The 90s. A beautifully simple time filled with the Gulf War, the Oklahoma City bombing, O.J. Simpson, and most importantly of all, superhero movies. Blade, The Mask, Batman Returns, Batman and Robin. But there was also another less remembered superhero movie that came out around this time. Spawn. Spawn is an adaptation of the Image Comics series of the same name, same guys who made Invincible and are currently making the new amazing Transformers series, and is about Special Operation Agent Al Simmons, who after being betrayed by his boss is sent to Hell, where he makes a literal deal with the devil to come back as a Hellspawn to Earth in order to see his wife. But it turns out it's been 5 years since his death, and now Spawn has to deal with the issues of losing his identity and being under the control of Hell. Now the show and comic are nothing short of amazing, especially with the Keith David, my personal favorite actor of all time, voicing Spawn himself.
It's all I got left. If you don't have the stomach for it, get the hell out of here.
And of course, with all amazing superhero comics, there had to be a live-action adaptation of it. And well, it's certainly a movie of all time, guys. So yeah, let's go and watch it, see how it is. The movie starts out with...
The battle between the darkness and the light has waged. Their armies fueled by souls on Earth.
Huh?
The Lord of Darkness, Malbolgia,
What's going on? Okay, mute it, Jesus. Okay, did you get any of that? Because I didn't. That was an incredible amount of exposition and shitty 90s graphics for 30 seconds. So yeah, the long and short of it is that the demon Malbolgia, who yeah, looks like this, has sent a lieutenant, the Violator played by John Leguizamo, to recruit people to help bring on Armageddon, and that all that is needed is a Hellspawn. We then cut to a military base in Hong Kong, where we see a masked man infiltrating and taking out the soldiers. He sets up a missile and takes out the targets. Okay, you can't tell me that doesn't look like one of those shoot-'em-up arcade games you'd find at Dave & Buster's. We learn that this masked man is none other than our main character, Agent Al Simmons, played by Michael J. White. After blowing up the place, we get the credits and another monologue from Cogliostro, who comes back later, obviously. It's so 90s, I'm gonna cry. We cut to Jason Wynn, played by Martin Sheen, talking to Violator about Simmons. Violator asks about a supposed ultimate biological weapon Wynn is developing, and gets angry that it's not ready yet. Also, side note, Wynn just has pictures of explosions on the wall. Subtle. Very subtle. Violator tells Wynn he wants Simmons to become the next Hellspawn, and Wynn agrees. We then cut to Terry Fitzgerald, played by D.B. Sweeney, who's a friend and co-worker of Al and goes to see Al's wife Wanda.
Make sure he's back for dinner tomorrow night.
I'll do my best.
Okay, I just love how she has an air freshener of the Violator. It might not make a lot of sense, but that's something I could see being an actual Easter egg in the Spawn comic. Al comes out to see Terry.
Hey, Spaz.
Really? That's your dog name? You're joking. Who would name their dog that? They talk about how Wynn keeps accidentally killing civilians, and they both head into work. Simmons confronts Wynn about the innocent lives lost, where we're introduced to Jessica Priest, played by Melinda Clarke. Simmons says he's quitting when Wynn puts out a cigar and a bowl of scorpions, in case you weren't sure if he was evil or not. He tells Wynn there's nothing he can say to keep him on, but agrees to go on one more mission. We then cut to him going on his last mission, which is in North Korea, where he breaks into a chemicals factory, where after beating up some people, he finds explosives on the containers of toxic gas and gets confronted by Wynn. Simmons tells Wynn he can't blow up the place because of the nearby town with a bunch of innocent people, but before he can kill Wynn, he gets shot down by Jessica. She then sprays him with gasoline and Wynn sets him on fire, and then they leave him for dead, blowing up the entire building. Simmons is sent to hell, and we cut to him waking up in a church with the Violator. Now about Spawn's makeup, I do think it could have been done better. I know in this movie they're going for more of a burnt look instead of the comic's rotting corpse design, but it comes off more like Stranger Things Vecna instead of anything menacing or scary. Simmons then wanders into an alley where he gets confronted by Cogliostro. Okay, Spawn and Marilyn Manson. I won't lie, this is actually really cool. Simmons finds his way to his house, where he finds out Wanda has moved on with his friend Terry. Ouch.
Hey, baby, huh? I came out here and this man was lying next to Cyan.
You okay, honey?
Uh-huh.
What are you doing back here? Huh? Beat it before I call the cops, huh? Come on, get out of here.
There's a burnt guy in your backyard and you're not at all curious? You didn't even try hurting her or anything, you just told him to get the hell out of there. Could've just asked one question, come on. Violator tells Spawn he's been dead for the last 5 years, and literally gives Spawn flashbacks where we see him in hell. Yeah, very convincing. Jesus, come on, look at that thing. Remember, Jurassic Park came out 4 years earlier, but yet this looks like a student's failed beginner CG assignment. How can any movie be allowed to come out like this? We see that Simmons made a deal with Malbolgia to lead Hell's army, and in turn he can go back and kill Wynn and see Wanda. Violator then takes Simmons to his own grave and makes him dig it up with his skeleton grabbing at him. The show did it better. Simmons becomes enraged and finally transforms into Spawn. Not at all bad for a superhero costume from this era. Really shows the strength of practical costumes. Spawn is taken back to the alleys by Violator and is once again confronted by Cogliostro. He tells Spawn that he was once a Hellspawn like him 500 years ago who fought for the Kingdom of Saxony. Spawn storms off and we cut to Wynn and Priest where they discuss a new supervirus named Heat-16 that they're going to release to trigger Armageddon. Spawn then breaks into their headquarters where he stockpiles on a bunch of guns and ammunition. Terry then comes in to talk to Wynn and tells him he can't keep lying to the media about his incidents, but threatens Terry, telling him his only job is to make sure the public is happy with the company. Terry and Wynn then go to a big party filled with their business associates, where Spawn drops in the middle of it and confronts Wynn.
You sent me to hell, Jason!
Huh, usually it's the other way around. But before he can finish him off, Priest comes in and shoots up the place.
Damn.
Hey, I'd react the same way if I got shot and just didn't die.